What do you say we take a look at this Flymo? Since it's been hanging around for quite a while. See if we can get her running. I did want to show you the air filter that was right here. Here it is. I don't think it's any good. There's another air filter in the handle, which you guys can see over there. I guess first thing, these fuel lines look like the originals. In fact, the fuel filter even says Tillotson on it, made in the USA. So yeah, I know it's got some age on it, right? So let's just go ahead and nip those off if and we can. Somewhere there's a pair of hose cutters. Here they are. These are kind of neat for cutting hose. And remember, we've got some kind of junk in that tank, so it's probably going to run all over if there's enough to run, or if it's thin enough to run. Yeah, there it goes. Can you see it? It's just kind of oozing out. That's lovely. It just looks like straight oil. Okay, let's get this other one off of here. Maybe we can just pull that one off. You think? Think we can just pull that one off? There's no clamps on either one, so let's see here. I think that carburetor might be plastic. I am not sure. Come on. Fortunately, it's not. It's metal. Woo! Yeah, I'll show you guys here. Up a little closer. It's dripping like oil. Yummy. Too bad this isn't smell-o-vision. So we're going to get rid of that. We'll get some new fuel line, but I do want to pull the carburetor off since there's no fuel shut off on it. Looks like all there is just a diaphragm. There's no fuel bowl, but it's got to be full of that junk, so we still need to go ahead and get in there and get that all cleaned off. We can pop the gas tank off now that we have the fuel line off, if it'll let us. There it is. Now we can get that set aside and get it cleaned up. I'll do that off camera. Of course he will. Oh. Today is National Health Checkup Day. And the irony is, I went in for an MRI today on my neck to check and see if it might be contributing to these hands. Get a flashlight. I think all I need is a screwdriver. Yeah, and I think we're going to go ahead and give it a good cleaning too, because it's pretty junky looking. Oh, no, I don't want to take those screws out, because there's a nut right there. You can barely see it. There's a nut right there, and there's one on the other side. Looks like they're either 7/16 or 3/8. I'm gonna guess 7/16. See if that's it. Nope. Then I should have stuck with bringing both of them over, right? Well, I didn't. Sorry. Get that clip out of the way. And we'll give it a nice bath so we can get this beautiful avocado color just screaming. Lovely, isn't it? Alright, the muffler is over here. kind of in my way. Let's see if we can't get in there. Yeah, we can get in there. You guys are just seeing things from one side. And I'll probably have to hand make a gasket here. I doubt this gasket. Whoop. I didn't want to do that. I guess I said that wrong. Did I do that? Where'd you go? I guess I gotta turn it a little bit. It fell into the fan. Where'd you go, little fella? I have no clue where it went. Here, let's fling it out of there. That worked. I heard it. There it is. Tiny little buggers. I guess that, you know, it all has to be, everything has to be pretty lightweight on this in order for it to be able to fly, right? It'd be kind of neat to get this thing running. We'll get a taste of whether oh, by the way, I didn't, yeah, I looked them up. They still make them. Not under the Flymo name, but they are still made. They still make a hovering mower. And from the couple that I looked at, it looks like their target demographic, or at least who they're wanting to get them, are golf courses. Which I guess makes sense, because you can get this thing to where it's mowing really short. Oh, I don't want to screw that gasket up if I don't have to. I don't want to. Well, it's been on there for a day or two. Let's just get a dead blow and we'll give it a couple light taps. And we'll use the itty bitty little dead blow. Ah, there we go. Yay. Okay. We have a spring. Gotta get the spring off. It's not spring anymore anyway, right? Summer. Summertime. 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 I don't even remember what that commercial was, but there we go. Okay. And is that all that's holding you on? No. Looks like we have a governor vane, air vane. Let's look up in there. Yeah, there's an air vane up there, so. Looks like blower housing comes off too. Alright, let's get the blower housing off. Do it to it. I don't anticipate having any stuck nuts or bolts on this thing. It doesn't look like it was used for long, and I don't remember if I mentioned or not. It was one, I did it again, one of two Flymos at the property, and this one was hung up and had obviously not been used in quite some time. I can't even grip that screwdriver enough to get that screw loose. Crazy. Hang on. I can't grip it enough. I have to get a different one. I have to get one that I can put a wrench on. Go. May as well spin it around and just go ahead and get all of them loose. Good job, gas tank. Good job, parts bin. the MRI was on my neck to see if I'm pinching nerves, which is causing all of the hand pain. And just beginning of the process. Alright, I'll just take it all the way out then. I changed my own mind as I was going along. So we're going to see. I'll get a call from my doctor, and I'll try to remember to bring you guys up to speed. And the weather affects them a lot too. Like today, right now it's kind of overcast, and it's being overcast. Gotta unscrew the pull start bracket. As part of the pull start bracket, I'll show you. Let me turn this around and show you. It's a two-piece bracket. This top piece is spot welded to the blower housing, and then this bottom piece is just screwed to the top piece. So just take a couple screws out here. Appears to be really well, really well made. I just wonder if the new ones are 2-cycle or 4-cycle, and if they're 4-cycle, oh, that's neat. And over here, it's got a wedge for you to pull your cord down into to keep your cord stowed. Nifty. There we go. Oh, probably a good idea we took it off, huh? Look at that. We got. That's not a mouse nest. That's just where grass has packed itself in there. Yep. We'll put it back where it came from. Outside. Get those cleaned off. Tiny little engine. I can only assume it's a Tecumseh engine. Tecumseh Lawson, something along those lines. Get that off of there. Got quite a bit of noise going on there, mowing across the way. Let me get those doors shut here real quick so that we're not having to listen to all that. So hang on. Alright, that's a little better. Let's pop the spark plug out, see how it looks, and we'll check for spark at the same time. The head on this, and this actually has a head. Most of these 2-cycles, you pull this jug off and the head is with the jug. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws holding a real thin head on there. Because you don't have any valves or anything you have to worry about opening and closing. So pop that out. Get it right? Now you got it right. And I don't know what holds the you know what I'm saying, screen. I don't know what's holding that screen on. If it's just a press fit or well, I wanted to get a nut on there. Let me look. I don't know what holds that on. Do you? Oh, it looks like it did move up some when I did that. Okay. Let's try again. Yeah, it's moving up. moving on up. Be careful. You don't want to break it. It's old and it's plastic and it's just a cup hiding the nut. I want to use the nut to spin it over so we check for spark. It's coming. There we go. Sucker was on there. Just press fit. Okay. And that's smaller than the spark plug. Yeah, I've seen worse plugs. Give me a minute. Let me grab another plug and we'll check this thing, see if it has spark. Alright, let's see if we have spark. Or if we're going to have to tear into it deeper. Ready? Nice, good, healthy spark, and I'm not even pulling it over that fast. So good. Well, I'm going to get the carburetor off. If I run into anything interesting on it that's video worthy, I'll pop the camera on. But otherwise, I'm just going to clean the carburetor really good. And once we get it cleaned, we'll get it thrown back on there. We'll get the gas tank cleaned out. And that shouldn't take too much. Just going to pour a little mineral spirits in, swish it around. That should take care of that. We'll put some new fuel line on. We've already got the new fuel filter sitting out. And then we'll be ready to see if this thing's going to come back to life. And then we'll take it out and try it. Hang on. Alright, she's all back together. There was nothing spectacular going on in the carburetor, so just cleaned it out. I'm going to add some 2-cycle. Not a lot. That not a lot just about filled that tiny tank up. Alright, now we got to get the pull cord put back on. And we shall see if the engine, if it's going to behave and pull start. If not, we can pop this cover off. And I left the cap off of the nut. We can use the drill to try to start it. And I think I'm going to do this on the floor. Rather, it just blew dust all over everywhere rather than blowing itself right clean off the table, right? Right. Because with this type of carburetor, if it's able to find fuel, this engine will run in any direction. It doesn't care what orientation it's in, if that makes sense, since there's no fuel bowl. It's a pulse prime. I do remember that being a little sticky. Okay, that's start. That's stop. I'm going to leave it on stop, pull it over a few times. And we'll spray just a hint of lubricated starting fluid in there, since I found some. And we'll do that, like I say, on the ground to see if we can get this thing to run. But give me just a second to get it on the ground. Okay, she's on the ground with the handle on. Let's see here. We want to go to run and choke, right? There's choke. Get turned a little bit so I can get a hold of it. And I guess I need to be able to get down there and get it off choke too. So let's see what we get. Well, let's take it outside and cut a little bit of grass. Flymo. Mowing again. Maybe. Pretty neat little toy. I guess it's not a toy. I mean, obviously somebody thought it was something. I can see why it's got the hose on it and the air filter way up here, because it does throw quite a bit of dust. That's pretty neat. Alright. Well, there you go. There's the Flymo. Contractor Solo. Get my shadow out of there. Been overcast most of the day. You can see up there in the distance the dark clouds. So I'm going to get stuff put up. Thanks for hanging out with me and messing with the Flymo. Promise you guys, I'll see you when I see you.